All right. So in Command, you can look up referrals by going to this little upside down raindrop with a head on it on the left-hand column. It's the fifth option down. And this is really cool because you can narrow it down. So when you go to the map, so right, we have dashboard, and then here across the top, you have my referrals, map, and network. You can go to the map. And then let's say that we wanted to find an agent in, oh, I don't know.
Martinsville, yeah.
Where were you looking?
Martinville, Virginia.
Martinville, Virginia. Okay, so we type it in and we hit search. And yours may be a little different than mine with how yours is set up. But mine is currently set up for production. And you might have on this drop down, there's lots of different options. So yours might be like market centers. At which point, if we pull it by market centers, you're gonna be like, there's no market centers nearby, like nothing's pulling up, right? You're gonna be so sad. And you're gonna be like, this sucks. What do I do now? Number one, you can always go for agents outside of Keller Williams. So you're not restricted to only refer clients to Keller Williams agents. So if we zoom out far enough, then now we can see the different market centers on the map. Okay, see how it's like in the middle of nothing. It's in Nothingville. It's not Martinsville, it's Nothingville. No, I'm joking.
Right.
So that's one way. You could select your network and it'll pull up people that you have in your network that you've added already. So there's to see who you've got in that area. So if you've made connections with people, that's one way to pull up those connections without having to memorize what areas they service. Referral patterns. Oh, we'll cover that in a minute. We'll get back to that in a minute. But production is the best way to find referrals, because when you do it by production, my map goes blank. We lose all hope. Hold on, we're going to hit refresh. I made it mad because I need to zoom in. All right, let's zoom in to, hold on, let's pull it up again. All right, so it's going to zoom us into Martinsville again. And then see these little numbers right here? They're really small. There's like a 2 right here, and there's a 2 over here. Oh, there, we got little bubbles now. There's one down here, another one here. So anybody who's on this map, which is a really big area right now, is pulling up over here on the side. So hold on. Somebody else wants to join us. It's Sam. All right. So if we zoom in further, because we want agents that actually do business like near Martinsville or in Martinsville. So we zoom in a little bit. And here we find, here's everybody that's still on the map. So we're still got lots of people. But if you click on this one, here we go. We have Michelle and Kim, right?
Yeah,
and they're
both of them
on the same team. They're both on the Kin Phalix team.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's your referral partners that actually do business near this Martinsville area. So those are the closest, and you can do that anywhere, right? So as you like move over in Sandsville, then here's those agents. And as you move the map, it updates it with the agents that do business in that area. So this is really important, number one, because when you have areas like this that are kind of far from a market center, it helps you zone in with the agents that actually do business in those areas. And number two, if you're in a big city, if you've got like, because Vacaville, I feel like is kind of the anomaly, but in most other states, the cities are kind of broken into like neighborhoods, more so than Vacaville is, right? And a lot of times there's a high enough concentration of homes in big cities that you've got agents that work specifically in those neighborhoods, and you want to find the one that does the most business in that neighborhood, that's the neighborhood expert. And this is the way to do that, because you can really zoom in on specific areas and neighborhoods. to really zone in on who's doing the business there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. James had showed that those same two people. That's why I reached out to them. But when you mapped it, it said they were like 4 hours away.
Yeah. So because their market centers are 4 hours away, right?
Yeah. 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 So yeah, the girl was like, I'm like 10 minutes from there. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
so they hang their license in the KW office that's not local to them, which means they don't go to the office very often, but they do business in that area. And that's who you really want, is who's doing business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
good to hear that, you know?
Yep. So that's how you zoom in though, and you find kind of who's doing business where. And you'll see like, we'll zoom out a little bit further. I know. Like, let's try this Greensboro because it's a bigger city.
Oh yeah, here it was.
Right. So now there's like numbers everywhere, right? So now we can like go in and become hyper local and really drive down to that neighborhood to figure out like if you've got a buyer looking in or a seller looking to sell a specific house, you can actually like look for them by address to find out who is that neighborhood specialist. It's really slow right now because, well, I live in the boonies, not really, but.
Kind of cool because I connected with my best friend, knows a Keller Williams agent in her town in Texas.
Oh, nice.
So I connected with her. Yeah.
Cool.
So she was like, how do you know them? And I was like, oh my God, I've been her friend forever. Like, we're best friends. And she was like, oh my God, I love them. So I was like, yes. So we were like talking. I was like, okay, me and you, girl.
And then Amy, do we just add anyone that we meet to the My Network tab and then it'll save there?
Yeah, so anytime you add them right here, there's this little picture frame with a plus. If you click on that, it'll add them to your whatever it's called, to your network.
Okay. Just have to search their name and then we can add it. Okay.
Yep. Search the name, search the area. And then too, like as you highlight their name, see the little dots turn red on the map so you can see who's who. So anyways, super fun there that it shows the location of actual like sales in the neighborhoods. You can narrow this down too, so you can filter and you can be like, hey, I want somebody that's closed at least 12 units in the last 24 hours or 24 hours, 12 months. I don't know why I said 24 hours. And
I'm
maybe
like,
if you
look, that's a good agent.
And like, I think I'm going to give a newbie a try. No,
yeah.
That's right. Wow. Newbies stick together.
That's right.
Yeah. And then like, if you wanted to, maybe you're working with
Amy, no.
It's all right. If you're working with somebody who's like going to list a property, you're looking for a referral, then maybe you want, 6 of those to be listings, or maybe you want, 9 of those to be listings, and then it'll start, you hit apply. No agents.
Oh, that's
so
good.
sad. Let's see, we got to zoom out. Oops, that was probably a little far.
Let's do at least their 5, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can give a new agent a shot. And I always call them and have a conversation, and I never hesitate to send 2 or 3 options over to my buyer or seller so they can have multiple conversations.
Well, that's interesting. Where I put 4 transactions and like more than half of the dots disappeared. They're booming over there like we're getting new people.
See, like in this area for 12 transactions with 8 of them being listings, it narrowed it down to 2 people.
Oh, wow.
Right? So you can narrow that down that way with the little filter button. Okay.
That's good. So, thank you.
The other cool thing, you can also do what's called a broadcast referral. So there you can send them over a new referral and send them over the details. They have to accept it based on the commission structure that you're offering, the referral amount. And then they accept it and then they get the contact information. Or you can do a broadcast referral. And if I do a broadcast referral, it's going to send it to all the agents that are then showing up on that map. And you can adjust all the details, and then it'll send it out, and they have to accept it or reject it. And then once they accept it, you can decide who you're actually sending that to. So you can send it to more than one person. Okay.
Yeah, I keep getting a whole bunch of those, but it's funny because it seems like they're like a generic thing, because it says like, I'm new and I want to collaborate with seasoned agents like you who've been in a business for years and years or something. And I'm like, dude, you didn't even read my stuff.
So that's probably just people trying to add you to the referral network, not actually sending you a referral business.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. So in addition to those things here on this referral map, you can go down to referral patterns, which is really cool. You click on referral patterns. It pulls up the United States and it tells you where people are moving to.
Okay.
Right? So where do you think you want to develop referral partnerships?
In Texas.
In this one. And this one. And down here in San Antonio. Right? Austin. So here, and it shows it. I feel like my screen's like cutting. There we go. I don't know why it's cutting off, but it shows it by percentage, right? Percentage of people moving to those areas. 7% are moving to San Antonio. It's the number one. And then Roseville. So pretty cool. And you can hit where they receive. These are where they're sent from. And then you can switch it to received. So these are people moving to Vacaville. So these people you also want to become best friends with, because this is who's sending the business to us. Not just who you're going to send the business to, but where people are moving from to get to California.
So that's interesting, because the most people are going from Vacaville to Roseville, and Roseville's coming back.
That's true.
Once they see the gas prices, they're going to turn around and run for the hills.
So there, Walnut Creek, right? Because those are the areas that are local to us that have people moving back and forth. So we end up with a lot of referrals back and forth. If you don't want to travel for business, like I would rather refer business than travel to Walnut Creek.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool with the Palo Alto coming to Vacaville too, because the guy who I went to school with, he joined Palo Alto, Keller Williams.
Nice.
I need to get on here and I need to add him. Huh? Why don't I have him on here?
Yeah, why don't you have him?
Yeah, Heather. What the heck?
I'm slipping, man. I'm only working like 20. I'm working 25%.
All right, so pretty cool little tools there under the referral network tabby on command.
Can I ask you a question about that Market Watch thing again?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. What? I'm sorry.
You weren't supposed to talk about that. Remember, this is recorded.
So I have it on my desktop and my laptop. Is it anytime I log in, is that going to follow, or do I have to do it on each machine?
Yeah, no matter where you log in, it should open up to your default.
Okay, perfect.
And you can change the settings. So like this one, I have my favorite. So when I log in, it goes back to my favorite. But if I go to another screen, like I was just looking at a listing and come back, it pulls up the whatever I had selected last.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so I can't find him. So I just go to click Palo Alto and look, right? Or I can look for him by himself?
That is a good question. If we go to production and go, hold on, we go Palo Alto, California, and then And then over here under our search results, number one, you probably want to make sure you don't have any filters turned on, right? So we want to make sure we adjust those filters that we were playing with back down so that we don't eliminate anybody. And then, oops, hold on. It didn't eliminate them because I didn't hit save or submit or apply. All right. Oh, I could probably, well, there we go. Hit apply. All right. And then what's his name?
Sorry, I think that was my problem. His name is Paul Alexander.
Oh,
I don't know if you can check. I was gonna look too. Oh, so search there. Okay.
I see no Paul Alexander. I think he's a liar.
No, he's there. He just came back from family reunion. I should have told him to see you there.
You should have.
He went to Florida. I have my map too small, maybe. Yeah, he's there.
I do not know. Okay, what if we go?
Oh, here's some Pauls, but not the same Paul.
Paul Alexander. On LinkedIn, he says, I am now a licensed real estate professional with Keller Williams in the Palo Alto Market Center.
I found him.
I talked
Right.
to him. Yeah, there he is. I talk to
There
him
he
all
is.
the time. Yeah, he's my
Okay,
buddy.
so I moved from production to
Okay.
market centers.
Oh, okay. Market center. So that's how we could look for a person if we know their name. Oh, okay. Everybody give my friend business. No. It comes back to our market center. What does it say? MCO. Oops, I clicked on it. That's not what I wanted to do.
Oh, he has a catering company too?
He did for many, many years.
He's
Yeah.
a good looking guy.
Oh, he. Oh my God. He doesn't like you. I promise. If you know what I'm saying.
I gotcha. Well, hello, I'm
Wow.
married.
No,
I'm not taking
even
the
if you
pages off the
weren't married, even if you weren't married,
You're not his type.
wall.
I'm not his type.
Wow. All right.
But he's amazing. He's super. He's so sweet. They just adopted a dog. Why he's so funny. He has a Instagram page for it. Okay, so I just clicked. Oh wait, what did I do? So I clicked the thing, right? I clicked the little person
Yep, the little person with the plus.
and just send it.
Yep.
But the other person, it went away, but maybe it's not there. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yep. And then he has 000, just like me. We're getting there, Paul. Don't worry. He's all, I'm going to take you to dinner. And I'm like, the heck you is. Yes, you is. I'm like selling them Palo Alto homes. Shoot, you going to take me to a nice dinner. I was like, you're taking me to a nice dinner. I'm like, I'll take you to Taco Bell when I sell a house.
Whatever.
He was like, oh my God. I'm like, it's outrageous over there. It's like 2 million is their low point.
Right? That's like their entry level.
I'm like, holy cow. You're awesome, Amy. Okay, cool. And I'm going to throw this away. And then one day soon, before you leave the state, I will find the other question.
That's going to be sooner than we think.
Look, it ain't going to be sooner before you know what? Let me ask you a question, actually. Because this whole, like, it's hard watching the comps, you know, like on my house in San Leandro, like I'm looking at the comps, like kind of pulling it to watch it, you know, like weekly until we go on market to see
You can
like
create
what
a safe search for that too.
Huh?
I said you can create a safe search for that too.
Yeah, I need to do that too. I've been making it. I probably should just go to my recent and save it. That would be the simplest thing. I keep, you know, searching and stuff, but it's like, for an example, I talked to an agent who literally the house that he listed is literally one street over in the same position as our house, right? Like the same. and he listed it for $699, and he says that it's pending at 805.
Yeah. Welcome to the Bay Area.
But I'm like nervous because we were, was talking to my temporary second mentor and was like telling her, I don't know how to I know it's Bay Area, it's probably different than gauging here, but it's hard because we told them, we'll probably go on the market at this price. But then now I'm thinking, should we go up? And then I had to apologize to her because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to listen to you. You know what you're doing, to tell me how to do this. But in my head, I'm thinking, well, if it's going to go up 100,000 from list price, then why wouldn't I list it for 40,000 more? So that way they can get to where the 805, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a hard thing for me to I don't want to shortchange people, my sellers, and not get them the best they can, but I also don't want to go in high. So that's kind of
so
hard. I feel like we need to do this for a long time before we learn that.
And every area is different, right? So it all varies, and that Bay Area is a whole different beast down there. So I would look at the comps for that property, and look at what they were listed at and what they sold for.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. That's why we initially said 649, because the ones that listed 675, 699, they sold at that or went down 10,000. But yet the ones that were listed 620 to 650 were selling for 100,000 over. I'm so we're okay. So we're oh yeah. But now I'm dang, now I saw this one. What the heck is, and I'm there's not much difference. And then theirs is they had a whole bunch of termite stuff and saying they weren't going to fix it, all this stuff. And I'm I told you, my clients have already put in over $20,000, fixing the guts of our home, not mine, but theirs, so I'm thinking, dang, so I just had to text her and just say, I apologize, whatever you suggest, I'm going to suggest to them. I'm not going to try to think I know what I'm doing, but this is going to be a challenge for me because I'm going to, I have to really pay attention, and maybe that's more getting in the MLS, like you said, and looking at houses, not just those, but just in general. And
and that area is special in that way. So I would really just dig in and figure out hey, the ones that have all the work done, where are they listing and where are they selling, or who's coming out ahead and where should we kind of price it. There's definitely something to that, price it on the low aggressive side and let the clients drill it up. And especially in that area, that seems to be the case of what happens oftentimes. So yeah. And they don't really care if they get, that, they're financially fine. So they don't really care about that money, but it's dang, but get the most for, their investment. So
exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think it's good, but I think that's a good point that I just talked myself through, like we said earlier this morning. But I think I just need to get into berries, and as new agents, we should be looking at that regularly and going, okay, in this area or this neighborhood, houses are typically, listing, and if this is happening, then this is where they're going, and to learn that, because that's another knowledge area where.
Yeah, pay attention, right? We're going to look at sold comps sold properties for the comps, but we want to go back into that sold property and look at what is the price history? Where did we start? How long was it on the market? What did it end up selling for, right? And what tends to be the most successful zone.
And not just looking at, oh, great, it sold for this much. Yeah, and not taking into consideration all that stuff and how fast we want to